3, 2, 1. Let's do this. What's up, guys? Oh yes, dang, that's good. R for Rays, R for Rens, join the rebellions. So, on with the show. I am a big fan of the German Fight League Defend Fight Club. They are excellent. I love the way they do their rounds. There's a little bit to be desired here and there, but hey, nothing is ever perfect. But in the end, I still adore them. They're great guys, they're scholars, they're gentlemen, but most importantly, they are true fighters. And true martial artists, for that matter. Today's episode, very excited, is going to be a kickboxer versus MMA fighter. Plus, you know, I've actually seen one of these fighters before. Really nice guy. He has a channel on YouTube as well. I'll leave that in the description. It's called MMA, or MM Athletes. There we go. Yeah, that's alright. It'll be in the description. You'll find it there, I promise. But without further ado, guys, let's commence.
Ich heiße Islam Hadjiev, bin 22 Jahre alt, komme aus Tschetschenien. Ich mache seit 6 Jahren.
Islam Hadjiev, 22 years old, standing at 185 centimeters and 77 kilograms. This is going to be his debut. He is a kickboxer. Should be very interesting, guys. Firat Zabaz. This guy is slick. He has an MMA channel. Definitely recommend you check it out. That is going to be in the description. He's 25 years old, 178 centimeters in height, and 80 kilograms. Currently standing with a 2-0 record. This fight is going to be contested at welterweight, despite a 3-kilogram difference. This should be interesting. I'm very excited to see how this plays out. Firat is a very good striker. But against a straight kickboxer, I guess we're going to find out what happens. Now, the rules of the rounds are 3-minute rounds, 8-ounce gloves, and they're going to be using the MMA rule set. No knees to a downed opponent. Now, sometimes I give predictions, but this one, I don't know if I can. But I'm going to be honest, I'm pulling for my boy Firat. Bone Crusher in the house. I anticipate he's going to get a swift victory. Getting all Vaselined up. I'm kind of following his lead, getting a quick sip in before the fight starts. And I believe that's not David Grass, is it? I think that's Arthur Grass. Here we go, guys. Oh man, I'm pumped. Still need to get myself one of those shirts, man. That referee is rocking that shirt. I love it. Aslan, hit me up. Let's get me one of those shirts so every time I do these reaction videos, I can represent in true style. Alright, good show of respect. Round 1 about to begin. Here we go, guys. Oh, there we go. Round 1 begins. Now they're keeping a good distance. I think they both know each other to be strikers, so that's an important factor. Read time, reaction time, very important. Firat definitely trying to move in first. Getting to the clinch, trying to pull guard, and oh, did not work out well. He's trying to draw him for the single leg. He gets it. And it looks like Islam is not having it. He's doing everything he can to keep some type of offensive. He gets a slight roll out of it, but to no avail. It goes back to Firat's favor. Nice hammer fist, though. Very nice. Now, honestly, Islam would do best to try and scramble, get back to his feet. This is not where a kickboxer wants to be against a proficient grappler or MMA fighter. But it looks like he's trying to threaten with the arm lock for a moment there. He's keeping decent enough wrist control. Keeping good frame on that right arm of Firat. Oh, he's going for a leg lock. Oh, okay, they're both going for some locks. Now, honestly, I don't see this too often. I don't see foot locks going around in the Defend Fight Club circuit too often. They can be quite dangerous, just being honest with you. Firat is on his feet. He is imposing his will. He's got good control of that ankle. Ooh, but he gets the up kick right up the center. Oh, drops back for what appears to be a straight foot lock. He's trying for it. He might even be trying to go for a calf slicer, it looks like. Now that is rough. Now it looks like his foot is a little too deep to get the foot lock in there, but I can't imagine that feels pleasant whatsoever. And it looks like Islam is now trying to threaten with his own foot lock, but he is abandoning it. Good pass to side control for Firat. Very nicely played. Bone Crusher is crushing it appropriately. This should be very interesting for the Chechen Wolf. I believe that's his nickname. I could be wrong. Ooh, Firat passes right into mount with 43 seconds of work. He's got himself a really good high mount. He's threatening with what might be an Americana. No, he's going for a mounted triangle. And he loses it. 30 seconds of work. Looks like Islam might be trying to be in survival mode. Now, honestly, this is not where Islam wants to be. He wants to be on his feet. He wants to get out of there. But right now, survival. Just keep on it. Don't get tapped out. Firat taking his back. Very nice. Trying to isolate that arm. Ooh, getting right to the back mount. And that's the end of round one, guys. Well played display of action. Firat was dominating on the ground as soon as it went down there. Now, honestly, I didn't think that was going to be a big issue for him. Firat is very proficient. He is a good fighter through and through. His striking, very nice. Very good knees, elbows, hands. His grappling is very, very threatening. Like, it didn't even look like he was breaking a sweat when he was down there, which is really good to see. But not taking anything away from Islam. He was definitely threatening when he had the chances. But eventually, it becomes overwhelming when you're with someone that's way better than you. Now, Islam, he wants to get it back to the feet for certain. He doesn't want to try and scramble around on the ground. He needs to scramble, get back to his feet, start establishing that jab and the cross. Just keep distance. Use that kickboxing. That replay shows a nice leg kick. Now, it looked like Islam was trying to use some very interesting tactics, like very Anthony Pettis style. Getting the arms shaken, that could play against him. That could show that his arms are a little tired out from all that grappling exchanges, but he looks to have a good spirit about it, which is good news. Let's see if he is going to be like his shirt and be undisputed. Especially for a debut fighter against such a very talented opponent. Like, oh my gosh, this is going to be interesting to see where this goes into round two. Firat, I don't think there's any improvement on his game plan. He just needs to keep at it. If he gets it back to the ground, he has a solid path to victory, in my opinion. But seriously, I want to know one thing for sure. When is Grass getting back in there? He was a good fighter too. Alright guys, here we go. Round number 2. Begin. There we go. Islam is using a better tactic this time. Using that leg kick and keeping a good read between the distances. Nice leg kick again, right above the knee. Clipping just on that thigh. Very nice, but shots returned. And this is going to be an issue for Islam. He needs to not throw those strikes in so heavy. He's going to leave himself open to getting like... Oh! Ooh, another footlock attempt. Ah, man, this one's getting me like hot and jolly right here. They're both going for leg locks right now. Holy crap. And Firat is taking the dominant position. He is going to try and get himself to the side control. Oh, he goes straight for mount, and he misses it, gets put into the half guard. Now, Islam, he needs to get himself some arm control, head control. Just having that arm isn't going to do much to break down the posture, and just proved me right. Now Firat is using that left arm to frame him, keep him down, use some elbows. Ooh, this is rough. Looks like Firat's finally got himself to the mount. He's gone high mount. Very nice. And it looks like Islam is using some safe hands. He's trying to keep his head protected, avoid any kind of major damage. Not a bad call. And Firat is just unloading big punches. He's looking at the ref like, hey, come on, man. But technically speaking, Islam is intelligently defending himself. He's not showing signs that he's in danger. He's just showing signs that he's defending. And he's up. He gets himself out of there. He needs to get away from those feet. Let him stand up. Islam is not showing to be proficient at grappling. He needs to let this go back to the feet. There we go. There you go, Islam. That's where we need to be. On our feet. Tap of the gloves. Show respect. Love it. Ooh, double leg takedown. And it looks like Firat has himself some good hooks, getting himself into a nice butterfly guard. Let's see if he goes for a sweep. He tries. Now, this is actually turning out to be much more competitive than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I thought Firat was going to just walk right through, but he's showing to have some stiff competition right now. He's getting the triangle choke. Will he have enough time to finish it in this second round? He doesn't have that right arm over enough. He's just getting enough pressure with that one arm. He's got that triangle part locked up. He needs to pass that right hand over and then start cinching the head down. Oh, but he's making an adjustment. 2 seconds, 1, and that's the end of round number 2. Man, Islam's got some heart. I'm going to be honest, I don't think his tactic of bringing it to the ground was a very good one. He needs to keep it standing. Like, if I had to imagine his background strictly being kickboxing, that's his bread and butter. That's what got him to the dance, and he should not abandon that. Those leg kicks at the beginning of the round were really doing some good work. That was a good, stiff, hard kick. But that shot was fired and returned by Firat. And there we see the entire overcommitment from Islam. He keeps throwing those punches, walking in on the second punch, making him a lot lighter on that back foot, making him only post and balance on one foot. And honestly, I thought the fight was going to end right there. Even Firat was like, hey, come on, ref. He's not fighting back. And then Islam, he was back to his feet, and he got a surprise double leg takedown. Then there was that triangle choke, very well played. Firat, you had to get that right arm of Islam across the body. It was still a good attempt. You had what you had for the amount of time you did have. Honestly, he was tired. I think you could have gotten it had you had 10 more seconds on the clock. I'm thoroughly, honestly, genuinely convinced that you would have gotten that choke had there been 10 more seconds to work. Now, it looks like Firat's breathing a little heavy. Now, this third round could be make or break, but as I see it right now, Firat is way ahead on the scorecards. He's had dominant top control. His transitions on the ground have been much more thorough, and round 3 begins. Tap of the gloves. Now, if Islam really wants to win this fight, he needs to keep it standing. He cannot dick around and go to the ground with such a proficient grappler like Firat. The Bone Crusher will do what he does, like his nickname implies. Crush them bones. Keeping at a good distance, they're circling. Clash of the jabs. Ooh, nice counter. Very nice. He needs to keep it moving forward. Like, right now is Islam's moment to just kind of pressure. Nice round kick, blocked though. Ooh, they get into the clinch, but not without punishment. And it looks like Farhat's starting to pressure forward now too. He gets hit with that leg kick, but he's still moving forward. Nice left hook by Islam. Flying knee, very brilliant. And a spinning side kick gets him to the ground. Now this is where Islam wants to keep it. Just keep chopping him down while he can. And they're standing it up. A little over a minute 30 in the third round. Now, it looks like Islam is actually starting to take this round back, and is using that strategy of keeping it standing. I spoke too soon. Now, Farhat has himself one hook in, one hook, and then one leg kind of wrapped around. Looks like he's trying to set up for a sweep. And he is back into guard. He's going rubber guard. Very nice. Not a bad call. He's trying for something. He might be going for a footlock. Ooh, that is a very distasteful place to be. And Islam is now trying to get himself into a much more thorough spot with control. He was shooting for what looked like side control, but he was shut down. Farhat was able to get into a kind of shrimp escape. Very nicely played. Less than 40 seconds of work. I'm kind of curious to see if this is going to be a finish or not. And I don't know what that position is called entirely. It does look like a modified rubber guard, though. And this is definitely good for Farhat. He gets a chance to recover a bit and get some strikes in. Honestly, I thought he was going to go for the omoplata for a second there. Oh! And a slam. And position is reversed. Oh. Kick to a down opponent. They didn't pause the clock, though. Now, I don't think Islam meant to do that. I think that was just a reaction kind of thing. And he needs to be careful with those kicks, and round's over. Man, that went the distance, guys. Now, I like to think that the judges are always fair with Defend Fight Club. There's no way Islam won this fight, but I can't take anything away from Islam. That third round, he was full cylinders. He was walking it in, locking it in, and rocking out. His confidence was much higher on that third round than the other two rounds, in my opinion. That said, I am thoroughly, genuinely, and 100 convinced Farhat just won this fight. Unanimous. Quick replay. There's that counter. Very nice. That head kick from Islam. Very well played. They get into that clinch. Another leg kick. Man, Islam is really good at those leg kicks, and pretty soon we're going to see that flying knee. There we go. Perfect. Now, it didn't hit the head. It did get the shoulder, though. That side kick, that spinning side kick, very brilliant. See, now, had Islam been using those tactics rounds 1 and 2 as well, I think this would have been a much more narrow victory. I mean, it could have even been a draw, but he kept going to the ground with Farhat, and that was a game changer against him. Nothing against you, Islam. I think you're a brilliant striker. You did show me that you can really hang with him, but grappling was not where you needed to be. Oh, there's Farhat. There we go. Here we go, guys. Oh, that's very classy. I love that. Like I said, scholars and gentlemen. And time for our winner, gentlemen and ladies. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The hell? Huh? Okay, that's confusing to me. I was watching that whole fight 1-3, and honestly, I do not believe that Islam did enough to win that fight. That was, what? Okay, so bear with me, guys. I'm not trying to be you know, mean or anything. But rounds 1 and 2 were definitely Farhat. Farhat was controlling the action on the ground. He was transitioning very well, getting dominant positions left and right. I'm not saying I refuse to believe that one round could win the entire fight. Congratulations to Islam, though. I cannot take anything away from a person that's willing to step into the ring, the octagon, the fields of combat, the sands of Strelka. I cannot take anything away from anyone willing to fight and compete. But honestly, I don't agree with that decision. Like, kudos to Islam. I want to see a rematch. But like I said, strategy-wise, this kind of changes things for me, because now I have to kind of give you like my kind of takeaway from this, because Firat used a very solid strategy. Yes, he pulled guard a few times. He didn't get any official takedowns. He was definitely controlling the action on the ground. And like I said, transitions to left and right, he had more dominant positions. He was landing, and during round 2, he mounted, high mounted, and was even throwing punches like he had, you know, like he was volume striking him from the mount. But, you know, weird. Very weird. As for Islam, the only thing I can really tell you, and I mean this respectfully, your kickboxing looked very sharp. Very nice. That flying knee in the 3rd round was brilliant. Loved it. I'm a huge fan of flying knees. You probably see it in my intro-outro thing. You're grappling, dude. You don't worry about the grappling. You need to get yourself from the ground back to your feet. Your striking is your bread and butter. Work on your scrambles to get back to your feet, and you will be hard to deal with by any means. And I truly mean that. But yes, congratulations to Islam. You did an excellent job pulling off the victory. I don't agree with the decision. I'm very confused by the decision. But nonetheless, congratulations for your victory. Your first victory in Defend Fight Club. I can't wait to see you again. Hopefully, I would really like to see you against another striker in the welterweight division. I think you two would have a fun time throwing leather, throwing kicks, and, you know, getting a good finish and a knockout. As for Firat, this is a tough break. I really want to see you back in the fields of combat again and pull out that victory, because I think you won this fight. I believe that. And I watched this fight, and I broke it down as best as I could to the best of my ability, and I think I'm pretty alright. You know, I'm no slouch. You were doing everything right. You were establishing dominant positions, one after the next, after the next, after the next, and you almost finished it 2 times. But in the end, that's kind of a wild decision. I'm still getting over that, to be honest. I need a sip. Ooh, I might need a smoke too. Shit. Pardon my French. But yes, thank you all for watching. Travel safely and rock on, guys.